always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Baylor Bears, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buffaloes will put total leather and we'll get started. Coming out with it, it's Costa. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Back and leaves it. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Smith wants to throw. Steps away to find some room. Punts it out of the air. And they'll stop it just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Bears lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down.
It's so difficult when the QB get...
Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, we knew coming into this game the offense was really going to try and set the tone by being physical and running the football. And here we are, first drive, third down. They're able to get it by a lot. That is good news if you're this offense.
The Bears, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Picks up the first down, still moving. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He's got it on the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. Turning it on. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Creates a little room.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to go up top. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And the Buffaloes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Buffaloes! A great catch and run for 6. Extra point here will tie the game. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Smith dropping to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Lining up from the 34 on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You've got to get hurries. You've got to get pressures. And when you get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
From the gun on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stewart. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Defense not showing press coverage. Smith wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be...
There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little extra time. Throws into the middle of the field. Intercepted for the 11th time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll run play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Smith dropping to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So,
and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bears!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. I'll tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Complete to start this drive. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the Buffaloes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Sampson. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You got a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
The give to the back. Finding an escape route. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
The Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Buffaloes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He's shoved out of bounds right at the 6-yard line as they were able to at least keep him out of the end zone. And the Buffaloes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the back. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Gives it on the option. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. With jet sweep pass. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bears will kick it off to start the second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Going right to work up top. Unloads it downfield. He's got it down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bucks! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I'll tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Now on first down from the 30. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Bears are moving quickly down the field. Smith wants to throw. Got his man on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Finally, the defense gets to the quarterback. I say finally because last week they had 6 sacks. They were harassing the QB. So far today, just their first sack. They got to continue to get more pressure on the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He rifles one deep down the right side.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes, and that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time.
Turning it on! Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Colorado! They take the lead with the 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Got a man in the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day. So it's been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here's a quick throw out to the left. Good pick up, but a little bit short of the sticks. period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. What can you throw for it? Gets it out quickly. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Buffaloes are flying down the field. To the ground with the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Costa. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to...
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. Smith dropping to pass. Dances away. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And on offense right now, you're at a juncture here in the game in the 4th quarter, trailing the way you are. You can't punt anymore. Execution has got to be at a premium, and on that 4th down, they're able to hook up, move the sticks, and keep this momentum going.
Now on the move. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. And the Bears will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You know, this guy just has a nose for getting 1st downs. That's a big risk and gamble there on 4th down, middle of the field. But this guy we've seen in this game already rip off some big runs. I don't know if anywhere as big as the one you just saw, though.
They get to him as he throws.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Bears line it up with a 1st and goal. Quick strike complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor!
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
They'll line up to go for 2. They'll try to pound their way in. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. 1-possession game, getting late, 1st order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high-percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Buffaloes will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Let's go! A strike downfield. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bucs! They stretch this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Pittsburgh looked like a bunch of world beaters today in a stern-to-stem beatdown. I think a lot of people forget this program won 5 national titles last century. A rich tradition and a sparkling performance today. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12.
He lost one down the sideline. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Smith dropping to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Rushes on him. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Back to the ground game on the left. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.